Alright, what's good YouTube? It's Aurzyn and in today's video I'm going to be going over the top mistakes or the top things you guys need to look for when you are creating a new build. In this video I'm going to be talking about a lot of the mistakes people make when they make a new build, and I want to go over them and be able to tell you guys about them so you guys don't make these mistakes in the future or when you go to make a new build. Now, some of this stuff is very simple and you probably already know it, but a lot of this stuff is also very complicated and you guys probably don't know. So make sure you guys watch till the end of the video to figure out every single thing you guys need to know in order to create the best build possible. Now, I don't want to waste too much time with the intro, but if you guys don't know, DF did drop merch. Use code Aurzyn at checkout. The link is in the description, thedfclan.com. Go get yourself some DF merch, as well as make sure to hit that sub button. We are on the road. We are about to hit 25k and we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I really want to hit that. That's really one of my main goals on YouTube in general. So if you guys could smash that sub button, that would be greatly appreciated. And let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so starting off with one of the most simple tips, and this is something I go over a lot in some of my videos. I'm going to be showing you guys the metric system in this video. So quickly, I'm just going to upgrade my attributes. Don't pay too much attention to the attributes, they don't really matter, but I want to show you guys something. So with this, you guys can see I am in the metric system, which means I'm in meters and not feet and inches. Normally it'd be feet and inches and like pounds, but it's actually meters and kilograms because it's in the metric system. So what this allows me to do is 2.04 meters. You see this height right here? This is 6'8". But what this allows me to do is go in between inches basically. So 2.01 is 6'7" and 2.04 is 6'8". And normally in feet and inches in the imperial system, you wouldn't be able to go, let's say 6'7" and a half right here in between these two. It would have to either be 6'8" or 6'7". And you guys can see what that allows me to do is either get an extra 3-ball, an extra speed, an extra something while still be almost that height, while still being that same height, if that makes sense. So with that being said, the metric system is very key, and it allows you to get that extra speed, extra height, extra 3-point shot, extra ball handle, extra lateral quickness, actually something extra that you wouldn't normally be able to get, and overall just helps make your build a lot better. So make sure you guys look to do that, and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. So if you go out of the builder right here, we need to go out of the builder and we need to go over to features and into settings. Now once we go to settings, we need to scroll down, and you see right where it says units of measurement, it's going to say imperial system, and you need to change this to the metric system. Like I was saying, this is super important and helps make your build a little bit better, so make sure you guys do this. Now moving on, there's a couple things I want to talk about, and in particular one of those things is going to be making sure you guys meet all of the attribute caps. Now there's 3 attribute caps I want to talk about in this video. The first one is going to be the driving dunk attribute cap. Now with this cap right here, it's going to be 84 driving dunk for pro contact dunks. Now that is literally the bare minimum. If you're gonna try and get a build that can dunk, that is the bare minimum I would go with. After that, you have 88 driving dunk, not for contact dunks, but for the Michael Jordan dunk package, which is one of the best dunk packages in the game. If you guys haven't seen some of my dunk package videos, go watch them. But Michael Jordan has an 88, needs an 88 driving dunk, and also all of these dunk packages require you being under 6'10", I believe. Not that it really matters, you can't really get a high driving dunk if you're over 6'10" regardless. 84 for pro contact dunks, 88 for Michael Jordan, 85 for really any of the other like normal dunk packages that are really good. Then you have 90, which is for some of the uber athletic like normal dunk packages that are just really good. So you might want to get up to a 90, and finally a 92 driving dunk, which allows you to get the elite contact dunk packages. Now I know that's a lot to take in. I probably put it on the screen, hopefully. I wasn't lazy when I edited this. I put them on the screen. And comboing those dunk ratings, you guys can figure out exactly what you need. I would recommend either the 84 or the 88 in my opinion. The elite contacts are kind of overrated, but yeah, 84, 88, those are the 2 caps I kind of aim for. I have 85 on my play glass, and I have 88 on my facilitating finisher. But yeah, moving on, the next cap, or the next 2 caps really, they go together. They are going to be ball handle. Now ball handle has 4 different caps you can be. 70, 75, 80, and 85. Now, each of these levels give a little bit different dribble moves, and obviously the higher the dribble moves are going to be, the better. But the main caps I would recommend getting to, if you're like trying to aim for a certain like dribbling style or certain cap, I would aim for 70, 80, and 85. If you are a guard looking to get every single dribble move in the game, you need 85. If you, let's say, like a play glass type build, isoing, I would recommend getting to at least 80. And if you're just someone looking to dribble every now and again, 70 is plenty. That's all you really need. Now, one quick thing, I'll put the math up on the screen, but is going to be your speed with ball rating. Now, you need a speed with ball rating to get certain dribble styles. That is the only move I believe that requires a speed with ball rating. Now, in order to determine your speed with ball rating, it is 70% of your speed rating and 30% of your ball control rating. I'll put the math up on the screen for you guys to easily see. For right now, I would have 85 speed and 79 ball handle, which would mean I would have 83.2 speed with ball, meaning I would have 83 speed with ball. And the most important thing is that you have at least 75. If you have at least 75, it's going to allow you to get quick dribble style, which is the best one in the game. Alright guys, now right here I have my play glass build, and we're going to get into the next thing right here. And I want to just tell you guys that sometimes attributes are more important than badges. Badges in this game are not everything. You need a good combination of attributes as well as badges. And I see a huge misconception along with just on YouTube in general. I get so many comments about it, and is that people think badges are everything and they don't even look at attributes. A lot of attributes are a lot more important than the badges you get from those attributes. So there's a few examples I have on my play glass right here. The first and most important one is going to be defense right here. Now, I got a comment on my play glass, my last play glass build video, and I said this was my build, and he said that he got 20 defensive badges instead. So I went into the build and I'm like, okay, how do I get 20 defensive badges? And I'm assuming this is what he did. This is what he did right here. He got 20 defensive badges, and no hate to that dude, but I'm sorry, he messed up. He messed up because he made a build. He prioritized getting that extra badge over his lateral quickness and perimeter defense, which are two very, very important stats. And in order to do this, he would have had to upgrade interior defense, which is not an important stat. So going over, obviously, the important stats for each category, you have defense. If you are a center, it's going to be defensive rebound, offensive rebound, block, lateral quickness, perimeter defense, and steal. Interior defense is absolutely useless. Steal, I would say, is the least after that, but lateral quickness and perimeter defense are very, very important. Now, for playmaking, another example I have in my play glass, this time the opposite. This time we want badges. So we are sacrificing attribute points in the post control attribute. Obviously, post control is useless for this build. We don't need post control, but in order to get those badges, you see we are losing a lot of badges if we downgrade it. So in this case, it all kind of depends on the situation, whether badges or attributes are more important. In this case, it's badges. We need the playmaking badges. Now, in shooting, I only have 7 shooting badges on this build, but obviously I have a +3 badges from hitting level 39 every season. And post fade is not the most important attribute. It's a little bit important, but it's not the most important. Obviously, in shooting, you are never going to want to downgrade your 3-point or mid-range shot. And also, I didn't touch on this, but you are never going to want to downgrade your pass accuracy or ball handle in playmaking. Those are 2 really important stats. And finally, for finishing, there's nothing really really important. I would say driving dunk and driving layup are important, but nothing really in finishing is super important. You can get away with having literally no finishing on a build, but driving dunk and driving layup are definitely more important than close shot, standing dunk, and post hook. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of stats, and some of them are way more important than others. Some of them can be sacrificed to get more badges in a certain category, but by no means are badges everything. You need certain stats. You need perimeter defense and lateral quickness to make your build the best build. And that is just something I wanted to touch on because I see a lot of people making that exact mistake. I get so many comments saying you can make this badge layout, you can make this badge layout, when in the reality you just can't make that badge layout unless you are sacrificing a stat that is too important to sacrifice. So make sure you guys, when you are creating a build, you look at both the attributes and the badges, because badges are not everything. Now moving in, you guys can see we have a lot of different pie charts. Now for this part of the video, I really want to emphasize building a pie chart, or picking a pie chart and building a build that 100% fits your playstyle, not someone else's, but fits your playstyle. If you like dribbling, make sure to put yellow in your pie chart. Yellow in your pie chart is going to allow you to dribble a lot better. It's playmaking. Your ball handle is going to go up. It's going to allow you to dribble a lot more. And one important thing that I do need to touch on is you guys can see the pie chart I'm hovering over right now. This is my play glass pie chart. You guys can see there's a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, but the red and the yellow, the majority of the pie chart is split evenly, which means I get Hall of Fame on defense and Hall of Fame badges on playmaking. Now, if we go down to this pie chart right here, you guys can see there's a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, but the red and the green are not even, which means I get Hall of Fame defensive badges, but I don't get Hall of Fame shooting. Shooting is like a secondary. I don't get Hall of Fame badges for it. Now, in my opinion, I like having Hall of Fame badges in 2 categories. Obviously, you have pure pie charts as well. This pie chart that I'm hovering over right would only get 1 Hall of Fame category, that being defense. Now, my advice to pretty much anyone when trying to figure out their play style is, what do they like to do? Do you like to set screens? Do you like to shoot? Do you like to dribble? Do you like to ISO? Whatever you want to do, there's a pie chart for you, and you have to figure out what pie chart kind of fits that. So if you're an ISO player, definitely pick playmaking and make sure you have a 3-pointer. You can get away with a lower 3-pointer if you are very, very good at the game. But let's say you're if you're an ISO player, you're new to the game, you aren't that good yet, this is your first 2K, I would definitely recommend having a higher 3-pointer, just because having that higher 3-pointer helps out so much if you aren't that skilled at the game. Obviously, if you're a center and you like to shoot, make sure you pick a pie chart with green in it. And if you're a center, I would definitely recommend having a shooting center regardless, especially in this 2K. Shooting centers are definitely the meta in this game. Do not pick a pie chart. In my opinion, some of the worst pie charts are inside centers. So this red blue right here, this blue red, really anything with like blue and red in it, I wouldn't go near. If it's a majority blue red pie chart, I just would not go near that in general. The best pie charts are going to have some green in them or just a red yellow. Red yellows can shoot, so you can get away with having a red yellow if you are really, really good at the game. But red green pie charts are always safe. Yellow green pie charts are pretty much always safe. I would stay away from pie charts with blue in them. I'm not gonna lie. I would stay away from pie charts with finishing, just because finishing, compared to the other 3 categories, finishing is by far the most useless category. Now, moving on to the last and final thing, this is a very, very quick one. The physical profile right here for agility, strength, and vertical. Now, the one you are going to want to pick every single time, or almost every single time, in 95% of the case, is the very first one. This is the one with the most speed and the most acceleration. Now, speed in this game, and really in pretty much any 2K ever, has always been a lot more dominant than strength and vert. Speed is just so much more important than strength and vertical. It's not even close. Speed is so important, so make sure you pick this pie chart. Now, like I was saying, the 5% that doesn't pertain to this one is going to be the agility and vertical one. Now, if you are any center, anything like that, go with the speed pie chart. Now, if you are a guard, I know one build in particular, the two-way playmaker, applies to this pie chart. Any playmaking guard, playmaking and slashing, playmaking and defending guard will probably pick this pie chart, because at that point you will already have the 95 speed, and then you also get vertical. So let me get an example real quick. Going down to a point guard right here, you guys can see I have 95 speed with this pie chart right here. You guys can see 95 speed, but when I go to this pie chart, I have 91 speed. So with that being said, if you have +4 from Gym Rat and +4 from hitting 99, you're going to have 99 speed regardless, 98 acceleration, but it'll probably be 99 regardless, even after you adjust the weight and everything. So you're going to get that speed cap regardless, and then you have extra vertical. That's the only time I'd recommend this pie chart over the first one. Otherwise, the first one in almost in every scenario is the best pie chart. Definitely pick the speed one. Speed is better than everything else. Just make sure you guys pick the speed. And finally, guys, the last thing, it's a bonus thing. Obviously, I covered 5 things already in this video, but it's a bonus thing. The last thing I would say is go watch some of my build videos. I have a lot of different build videos, pretty much a build video for any type of build. I have a guard, center, ISO build, screens build, whatever you guys want. I have it somewhere on my channel. A lot of my build videos are some of my more popular videos on my channel, so go check those out. A lot of these YouTubers that like just make builds, they don't even have the builds on their account, or they don't even use the builds. They just make one video on it. If you guys are going to make any of my builds, I want you guys to know that I make every single one of my builds. I max out every single one of my builds, and every single one of those builds that I post on my YouTube is a great build. if you guys are looking for a build, go check those videos out. But that's going to be about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I give you guys every single tip and trick, every single do and don't there is to possibly making a build, so you guys don't mess up your next build. But that's about it. Make sure that sub button. I'm out, man. Peace.